Words can be your most powerful tool to shape the life of your dreams. But most people never learn the power of their words and go through life without realizing their true potential. There are clear do's and don'ts when it comes to speaking, and we are going to dive into the 8 most important things you must do to give your words the power to get you what you want. Let's dive in. Number 1, be silent. Silence is like magical fuel for the words that follow. The more silence you use in your speech, the more power you give the words that are spoken. Silence can convey to the listeners that you are thinking carefully, that you are taking this discussion very seriously, that you are about to deliver to them something valuable. When listeners hear silence, they anticipate more. They are in suspense. They don't take you very lightly. They take you more seriously. It's always good practice to start your words with a calming silence. Then use silence throughout your speech when you want to emphasize something. When you put together in your mind the statement you are going to say, place silence as if you were placing words. Use silence strategically and understand that carefully placed and leveraged silence is often the most powerful use of what you say. This is quite contrarian, which is where a lot of life secrets come from. We talk about the most important contrarian life tips, so like and subscribe to stay ahead. Number 2, be clear. When you speak to others, their brains are working hard to understand what it is that you are trying to tell them through your words. And the more words you use to express your thought will stress the listener more. The harder it is for the listener to get what you are saying, the less they are going to be interested to take your idea seriously and to give you what you need. So it's in your best interest to not rush into saying something. Take the silence that we talked about and use it to think about what you will say. Organize your thought in your mind and separate it into understandable chunks. Ensure that every word serves a purpose and contributes directly to the idea that you want to convey. Most people think that speaking more gets you more heard, so they use as many words as they can when explaining something. They keep talking, going round and round, which drives whoever is listening crazy. You can be the very few that exercise their ability to convey ideas in the most concise and clear way. People will love you for that. They will also be more willing to follow your words and do as you say. Less words, more thoughtful words. That gets you extremely powerful words. It will take time and practice, and it is like growing a muscle. So don't expect to be able to do this immediately, but practice it and stay disciplined to it. You will see a new world open up in front of your eyes. Number 3, force confidence. You don't need to be confident to show confidence. Often you need to fake it till you make it. When you speak, people will change how they listen to you and how interested they are depending on how confident you seem. This includes how your facial expression is as you speak, what clothes you wear, how straight you stand or sit, your speed of talk, and what words you use. This also takes practice, but you need to work on it. Your presence amongst people will impact greatly how much they listen to you and how powerful your words become. Speak with confidence and assurance using a steady and engaging tone. Maintain eye contact, use purposeful gestures, and position yourself as a person of authority. Listen, everyone, and I mean everyone, has some value to share to others, and we all definitely have the potential to develop even more value through purposeful effort. So quiet those voices in your head that are telling you that you don't deserve confidence and that you have nothing to share, because that's just not true. Fake the confidence until it becomes real. Exercise it like a muscle. You need it when you speak. Number 4, speak slowly. You're not in a race of words. Slow down. This goes along with speaking clearly and being confident. To help others understand what you are saying, you need to slow your words. Now, it's all about balance. So don't speak so slow that people think you're falling asleep. Speak at a steady rate that conveys that you are calm, you are confident, and you really want them to understand what you are saying. Speaking slowly also means to articulate your words. Don't just zip through a word. Articulate it so the listener can easily understand. This also shows the listener that you are thinking about them with empathy and that you are really speaking to them for their sake, to give them value. And as you speak with the right speed and pace, you can use tip number 1 and place pauses strategically through your speech, which helps convey even more confidence and has listeners lean in suspense of the message. Number 5, make it about them. To open the minds and ears of your listeners and to make your words truly drive impact, you need to make your speech all about the listener. Everyone is selfish in this world. They love to talk about themselves, their problems, their plans, etc. Whatever it is that you want to get out of this discussion, shape your words so that you are making the discussion about the listener. There is always a way to make the discussion about the listener, so you just have to think through it and be a little creative. Once you are able to do this, the listener will be fully attentive, will take in every single word you give them, and they will be much more open to follow whatever you are suggesting. This is the secret of how the world runs, actually. Whether you want to sell a product or receive votes for politics, or negotiate a great deal, or win over a special someone, you need to make your point all about the listener. To do this, you will need to get some sense of who the listener is and what their interests are. Then you reshape what it is that you want with the words that make it about the listener. A truly master-level tip for getting what you want through your words, so trust that this also needs a lot of exercise and practice. It's also a good way to live life if you do develop empathy and grow your muscle of understanding others' wants and needs. And then you can somehow deliver value to them while getting what you want also. Number 6, listen and understand. Here's the guidance you've heard before, and many don't follow, but it is extremely powerful if done right. Having a strong connection with someone and getting your message across starts with shutting your mouth and listening to the other's points. But more importantly, to take what you heard and truly try to understand what their perspective is, what their problem is, what they want. If you're able to do this, then you will gain the other's respect, appreciation, and their open ears and mind. And you will be able to pick the right things to say that resonate with that person deeply, which will give you a better chance at delivering your message and getting the result of that conversation to go your way. And you shouldn't just listen to their words only. You need to also absorb their facial reactions, their energy, their fidgets and movements. These will also tell you a more in-depth story of what they are really feeling, what they are looking to convey. It is the peak of listening and understanding when you learn from all signals that are given to you. Number 7, repeat for emphasis. When you have something you want to say and something you want others to understand, you should never assume that the other person is retaining and understanding every single word you are saying. You need to help them understand by emphasizing certain words, repeating certain key words or ideas, but as mentioned earlier, not repeating aimlessly, but repeating with intention. Leveraging silence here as well to place emphasis on words and points. If you are saying a very key point in the message, then state that point. Then pause. This signals to the listener that you just said something that is critical and it should be absorbed and retained. And the same goes if you repeat something. For example, if I say to you, the key is to repeat important points so the listener knows it's important. You must repeat those important points. I hope the example made it clear. You need these methods in your tool belt to give your words the power to achieve the outcomes you need. Number 8, end with an action. After a high quality, very intentional, and well-executed conversation with someone, there should always be a conclusion and action. Yes, sometimes you just talk with someone to pass time. That's fine. But you should get into the habit of speaking with high intent, always. Have a goal, have a conclusion, and make sure your words are carefully chosen so that the conversation accomplishes something beneficial. And at the end of the conversation, state very clearly what action should come from this discussion. Here are some examples. We should test this idea we just discussed. Maybe we hold another meeting and we draw out a plan to test this and hopefully create something meaningful for us. Please, can you share the real estate book title that you were describing? I will make sure to read it, and we should connect again to explore together opportunities in real estate. Please try out that fitness class that I recommended and message me on how you thought it was. These are just a few examples that I came up with, but you can make any conversation actionable. This habit will drive more intentional speech going forward and will create an image to other people that you are a serious person that is action-oriented. This all will give your words more and more power. And if you'd like to get some additional tips on powerful daily habits, check out this video here.